going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Rolling to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal. Penny. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And that will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. They'll run wide side here with Penny. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 more yards there and another 1st down. From the red zone now, Smith escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He'll get this out wide to Penny, and he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Smith now to throw. They'll roll him out right. Dumps that off to Penny, his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A lot of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Geno completes it to Fant on the right side. Touchdown! Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down, Mills. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one left side caught by Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing. In the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Mills throw complete here to his receiver Brown. First target, first catch, and a first down. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mills now. On a slant, here's Collins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Touchdown! Tyler Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Texans are back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Takes it to about the 37. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Inside handoff, Penny. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Mills. Oh, no, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 78 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. A handoff to Penny. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 4th down, Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Penny. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And it's caught. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Penny, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. So here is Mills and the Texans. Down 21-14. A minute 40 remaining. And the missed field goal gives them new life as they come up in a one-score game on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Mills. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Johnson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime. Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't. And now the kick is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful. As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field. And the further it happens in the game and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a mistake. Yeah, sure, without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense. Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it? It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. The 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. The extra point now coming from Myers. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded right around the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Mills looking to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. And
now this is going to be a safety. Oh, my my goodness, in the final minute, down 2, and now we're looking at overtime. There is not much more you can say about that one, but wow.
I think this is even beyond what a defense could have hoped for. I mean, down 2. Not only do you tie this in the final minute.
No, it's out. Smith lost it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A huge play there in overtime. 45 yards. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Myers' kick is good. And with it, they have taken the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills, throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Mills to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.